Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another reaction on this channel. Um, so it's kind of my attention that this video exists. Uh, Sakura versus One Piece isn't fair. Now, I have no idea what what homie could be talking about, but seeing as I'm a pretty big One Piece fan, uh, I I really wanted to watch this. Also, I maybe it has something to do with power scaling just from the thumbnail, but I consider myself a little bit of a power scaler. Check out my other channel for the VTuber power scaling videos. But yeah, anyway, let's check this out.
Following up on the Orihime versus Naruto verse video, I'm going to
Is it
go over and see
Orihime
if
one?
Sakura could solo the entirety of the One Piece verse. And if not, then how far would she go?
Okay.
If you enjoy videos like
Okay,
this
so
that
you're
are
saying
kind of true and
that's the
unique, be sure to
concept.
leave a like and subscribe so you never miss them. With that out of the way, let's delve into Sakura versus One Piece. I'll start off with the scaling for Sakura and go into the One Piece segments one by one. Firstly,
Okay.
we can determine that Sakura to be above early feats in scaling that offer a AP range of city block to town level, stemming mostly from a
Okay.
giant upscale of Sasuke's crater vaporization and Jirobe's launch of Choji. There can be many different
But I don't think Sakura did anything um to receive that same level of scaling. Also, he used pixel scaling. I'm not necessarily a fan of pixel scaling. I prefer to go off of what is canonically said in the material. So like, because again, it's the artist that draws it. You're not going to be accurate every single time. I mean, check out. I think even in Naruto, like check out you know how large the ten tails is. I don't think it's accurate to how it looks in the manga, but it's fine.
Sasuke's crater vaporization, and Jirobe's launch of Choji. There can be many different calc methods used for most feats in anime, but generally speaking, these feats all fall into the town levels of AP. We know Sakura to
Okay.
scale to this, as later in Shippuden, she is able to combat Sasori, a member of the Akatsuki who is far above these minor feats. Sasori is a character
Okay.
that is above the likes of Deidara, who battles Curse Mark II Sasuke, and by this time, Sasuke would be well above.
Is he? I mean, I know that they're oh fuck, who was I don't even remember. It's been so long since I watched Naruto. Who I guess I could look it up real quick. Okay, so I was right. It was Sasori and Deidara that were paired up. Um yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if Sasori could beat Deidara, cuz even technically Datara, like, he killed himself at the end. He blew himself up. So like, yeah, he could brawl with Curse Mark Sasuke. But like I don't know if Sasori could fight Curse Mark Sasuke. But let's continue.
Above the start of Shippuden itself, as well as Naruto and Sakura. If we was to take Sasori being above Deidara at face value, then he would also be above Deidara's Sui Bomb that held around the small country level of output. We know this to be widely consistent within this linear path of scaling, as the Akatsuki are the enforcers of hunting down the Jinchuriki and Biju, while the Jinchuriki are for the most
Okay.
part stronger than their Bijus, and Biju bombs on average are in the country levels of AP. That said, and keeping in mind Akatsuki should be on par, if not above this, then Sakura by the war arc is in the country level of AP. During the fight with Kaguya,
I don't
Sakura
I don't think that means that she's country level AP. Like, just because they go out and they hunt the Jinchuriki, um, the Jinchuriki are not exactly like yes, they probably could use the tail beast bombs, but like they're not seen doing that, and a lot of them were, like not the I don't know. I'm just trying to say that I don't believe they're that strong, but yeah.
Sasuke, Naruto, and Sakura are able to defeat Kaguya. Sakura is able to land a hit on Kaguya and in some cases causes a
Oh my god! Just because she fucking tip tapped Kaguya. Are you kidding me? Nah, dude. Nah. She like barely fucking bopped her on the head. Like I
boo-boo
don't
on her
think.
head. Whether there's a mark or not, Kaguya felt that punch. There's no denying that.
I
Not saying
guess.
Sakura is
I
scaling to
mean,
this Kaguya, of course, but you pretty much get the point. Given Kaguya
no.
is scaling above Hagoromo and Madara, who are in the moon to planet levels, while Kaguya herself is debatably much higher than this, Sakura should at least be continental. If you're not 100% buying that she's in those moon ranges or
Okay.
continental, then she
Well, if she's continental, a lot of One Piece characters could range in continental. I mean, we have the famous mid-level character Sai. Uh, Sai is, has the ability to split the ice continent with his kick. Um, Again, it's called a continent. It's and we don't necessarily see how large it is, but you know, it does look pretty large. But yeah, man, like mid ass Sai is able to split continents. So I haven't seen anything that impressive from Sakura. I mean, I think literally the only thing that she did like furthest in the story is I'm pretty sure she was like, yeah, I mean she bopped Kaguya on the head, but she also fought a what are they called? She fought a Zetsu that was disguised as a Neji, and I don't even know if that's canon. Like that could have been a filler, but I think she did that. But that might be her highest like feat. Yeah, let's keep going.
definitely is by the time of Boruto. Given their counterparts are much stronger and experienced than their younger selves, she's even
Okay.
able to battle Shin, a character who is either stronger than Madara or on par with him. I don't care to debate or dabble into headcanon on who's stronger with statements and whatnot, but we can all agree that adult Sakura is above 8 Gates Guy, who is able to damage Jupidara. Well,
I don't think you could just say that, man. Like you need proof. That's the whole point. Is when you say stuff like that, you have to back it up with evidence. Or else you're just saying things. You know. It's like it's like when early One Piece, like as far back as even Thriller Bark, like Kuma states, when he does the hand thing, that he's pushing air at the speed of light, and an injured Zoro was able to, dodge that shit. So, and just like keep dodging. I forget the word. He's not like he's not aim dodging. It wasn't one attack. He's dodging a barrage of these light speed air pushes. And like I just don't think that Sakura could it's that strong or that fast, man. Like I'm sorry.
most of us at least. Anyways, adult Sakura by the time of the Boruto era should be close to the moon levels or even planet levels. If you're
Again,
buying
bro, you're
a
just
huge
saying
jump
that.
between Naruto and Boruto, then this becomes widely consistent as well. To keep most people at peace, we will be using the moon level of scaling. For speed, I feel like light speed is pretty undecided in the power scaling community, but I don't understand why Naruto slash Boruto characters would not be light speed, to be honest. Even if we was to upscale the light thing attack Naruto dodged, then Sakura would still be light speed. And other
How? I don't. She's never herself accomplished a feat of that level. Like, yeah, I mean, you could scale people, I guess, through another person, right? But you do have to really think of the context of, like, are they really comparable to each other? You know, it's like, yeah, I could state like Zoro is light speed, and since Luffy is stronger, I could probably also get to Luffy also being light speed at that time. But we also have, feats of, if you want to go as far back as like Skypiea, where Oda states, like, of course, he says that's a joke, but like it is something from that he said himself with like Enel. If you wanted to dodge a lightning bolt from Enel, you have to dodge at the speed of light, you know. Which I know, lightning's not the speed of light, but Enel's attack confirmed now that Oda said that is light speed. So, like, you still need proof to say the things that you're saying. But
Other than this, there's multiple light speed stated attacks that we see characters dodge. And since Sakura is able to combat characters who are vastly above this, then in turn, she's light speed. There's also the fact that Kid Kakashi
Again,
was
that-
able to cut a lightning bolt, and using common logic, then upscaling would present light speed. It's likely Sakura is FTL or FTL plus.
I don't think she's FTL plus. Like, I mean, I could give you the light speed, like she is light speed if you really need that. But like, again, that's also, I feel like, me being generous, you know. Like, yeah, she fights the Shin guy. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like. I've seen Boruto. I've seen up to like episode 100 and something, where I stopped watching Boruto was some random filler with Ten and like there's ghosts in a hotel, and I was like, yeah, no, that's enough for me. But I don't remember Shin too well. I don't remember the stuff that Shin can do, and just like, a lot of stuff that they say about Sakura is just them like saying it. We don't really get to see it, but yeah, let's continue.
From upscaling these lower statements and feats. Moving on to the scaling for the One Piece verse, just like the Orihime video, I'll be grouping them into 3 main categories: low tier, mid tier, and high tier. The low tier will feature characters in groups such as Enel, Cracker, Doflamingo, Kobe, Killer, Jack, and most of the Straw Hat crew, Nami, Usopp, Robin, etc.
Wait, as in,
Also
like,
use this tier for Sakura to wipe out any fodder not mentioned, as I'll only mention the important characters within said tiers, and not every single character or army foot soldiers. Sakura shouldn't really struggle at all with this tier. The only issue, to be quite blunt, is the durability. As in One Piece, we do send them tank and endure various attacks. But Sakura's
fucking
AP would
brawl.
outweigh this. The scale for this tier would range from mountain to island level, and possibly a little above that from these characters affecting others who scale a bit higher. Their speed should barely be on par with Sakura.
mountain to island, like, yes, I understand that. One Piece, every country is basically an island, but they're like, I feel like when you state islands, like, even let's go over to probably not the best reference, but like, sorry, that was a big jump cut, but this is Alabasta Kingdom. A lot of people say that it's the size of Australia, which I don't think it's the size of Australia, but it is a pretty big, like, island. So like, here's basically where they take a trek on foot and on camel, where they go from Elumalu to Yuba. They walk here. It takes about 3 days. It takes about 3 days for them to get to here. Um, Now, if for the size of that, it's about like if you were to walk from um Los Angeles to like San Diego, about like, here we go. Here's the thing. It takes about like 47 hours. And if you want to take the long way, it's 48 hours. But yeah, it's a little bit longer than walking from Los Angeles to uh San Diego. And yeah, like these islands are huge. These countries are huge. So just when you hear like even because there's a character later named Doflamingo who he does something called a bird cage where he creates strings around the whole country. Now I'm sure Dressrosa isn't as large as Alabasta. Dressrosa is a pretty smaller country, but he's still able to like create a dome and basically like a huge mass. And it's just like, yeah, you can't just see island and think island level when these places are pretty big, you know. So let's continue.
Sakura, as even Chopper was able to keep pace with Queen and dodge his laser. So
Yes, you see this feat? This is a feat. Chopper, the little reindeer guy has a light speed feat. Now, does Sakura have a canonical light speed feat in the story? No, but you know who does? This little guy. Yeah.
low tier for One Piece should be around island level with light speed or near light speed combat and reactions. Sakura, of course, does outscale this tier and should be able to one-tap all of them, mostly just struggling with the speed and durability like mentioned earlier, since it's more consistent in One Piece for characters to be light speed. Other than that, the only character in this tier that brings anything to the table would be Cracker and Doffy, but we've seen Sakura deal with strings and clones before, so she's clearing this tier. Next,
That doesn't mean anything though. Like Doflamingo had to be stopped with Gear 4, which he popped out for the first time, and like he literally, when he got hit by the King Kong gun, he literally bounced. The island went like this when he hit the floor, you know? Like, but I don't know, man. Like he was boxing with regular Gear 2 Luffy, and he was like, yeah, you're pretty weak right now. Like your attacks aren't really doing anything to me. And he's even repaired his internal wounds with his strings, like when Law hit him with the gamma knife, you know. So I don't see how Sakura is able to do that, especially because Sakura doesn't have hockey, you know. Like, yeah, I'm sure she could learn hockey because she's the punch fight person, but I don't know. Dude, at that point, we would have to verse equalize because I'm not saying that chakra is hockey. They're two separate things. Because in Naruto, they literally have like, they're basically glands, bro, that emit chakra. That's why you have chakra points in your body, and it's a biological process that gets released through you, you know. So that's not what hockey is. Hockey is willpower. But whatever.
up being the mid-tier One Piece characters, these next tiers will have a lot more characters to scale and put up against Sakura. This tier includes Zoro, Sanji, Yamato, Crocodile, Green Bull, Katakuri, Fujitora, Ace, Sabo, Queen, King, Law, Kid, Lucci, Kuma, Boa, and Marco. This tier will be much more of an issue for Sakura to deal with, The scaling range for this tier is from country level
Very difficult for Sakura to deal with.
to
Okay.
multi-continental. From just outscaling previous scales, as most of this tier does have the potency of damaging a Yonko, who we know bare minimum is scaling to an old Whitebeard with the quick fruit. The speed is also going to be well into the FTL plus tier, from outscaling post time skimp speed feats and direct feats. So we do know that the speed will be pretty much even, and the AP won't be much of a vast difference that they cannot damage Sakura.
Wait, are you saying that they can't hurt Sakura? I'm pretty sure Sakura was gonna die when she was like mentally nerfed from fighting Sasuke under the bridge, and she was gonna get killed with a kunai, you know. Like, yes, we have a high tier Odin getting shot in the head and dying from a gun, but it's like he was still he's still able to tank a hit from Whitebeard. He's still able to take a hit from which Whitebeard's clash with Gold Roger. I'm not saying that maybe he hit him at the same like with the same amount of power as he would with Roger, but like he still take the hit from Whitebeard, who was, as he stated, able to split the sky or split the sky with Roger. But yeah,
Boa and Kuma would be the first to go in this tier. Boa's
why? How does he hurt Kuma? Kuma's paws like reflect everything, Like even in the story now, we still haven't had somebody be that much of a problem for Kuma just because of his hacks, Like it's all mental stuff on why he is in trouble now, because like he turned himself in to be a slave after time skip, after all the stuff that he did, which he wasn't even in control of that, because at that point he lost his like full autonomy and became like a full robot, but I don't know, man. And also like even Boa, right? If because all of the women on Amazon, like if you're just saying that she wouldn't find her attractive, I'm pretty sure she still thinks that some people are attractive. Like I think when she was talking to herself about like Sasuke, and she's like, "Oh man, like I'm fly as a board and all this and that." Um, Later on, I think she sees Ino, and then she's like, because Ino's got, and she's like, "Oh my god, like Ino is I can't lose to that." So I'm pretty sure she would see Boa and think that she's an attractive person, and then at that point it's like easy Mara beam. But let's just say, for the fact that doesn't happen and she's able to fight her, like how does she deal with with her devil fruit power, where she kicks you and your like body turns to stone? You know what I mean? Like we see it in Marineford with her like going fucking crazy and shit. And she also has Conqueror's Hockey, which for the sake of this, I'm sure that she wouldn't go down to Conqueror's Hockey, but yeah, it's just you can't sleep on Boa, you can't sleep on Kuma.
abilities will be futile, and Kuma alongside Boa is just the weakest in this tier. Kuma does have good speed.
I don't think so. Oh, hey, look. I didn't have to bring this up when I was talking about Zoro earlier. But yeah, this is where, he uses pad cannon, a barrage of pad cannons. And he's doing this at light speed. Like he's saying the air at light speed. So and Zoro, an injured Zoro is able to dodge the lights, the air coming at you at light speed, coming at him at light speed. I guess that's how I should say that. Which again, Sakura has never canonically been proven to do that. other than just being like, oh well, if Naruto can do this and Sasuke can do this, then I'm sure the Sakura can. And it's like, again, you can't just say that. You need proof on why they would be comparable. But I digress.
to combat Sakura, but Sakura overall isn't going to be affected by anything Kuma has to offer. Marco, Ace, Queen, and
This is gonna be bro. Oh my god. Let's say she like punches him, right? Like that punch is getting reflected. We've seen that Gear 2 Gear 2 Luffy punches are able to, like, you know, Gear 2 Luffy punches are reflected by uh his paws, and they're able to punch and break down somebody using iron, but like when he was fighting Lucci, he uses a barrage of Gear 2, like Gatling, a Gear 2 Gatling punch, and it affects, this one of the strongest CP9 members who is, more proficient in the six path, or not the six paths, in the Rokushiki, the six techniques, um than the other people like Bruno and stuff like that, you know. So I just don't think that it's possible, or that she could hurt him.
Crocodile would be next. The Logios would be useful, but I don't see Sakura getting overwhelmed by their abilities.
How is she gonna hurt a Logia? She doesn't have hockey. Even for the sake of, let's just say, oh, let's give her hockey, right? Like she has to fight. Um, who did she say was in this tier?
Especially since she has 100 healings and the raw stat advantage.
She doesn't have the raw stat advantage. Let's think about, because I think she brought up Ace. And maybe, because I mean, Ace lost to Blackbeard, and I think at this point in the story, he hasn't done a whole lot other than hurt a younger version of Shanks, which we don't know if that was Shanks Prime or if Shanks in his prime now. But Blackbeard is able to hurt Shanks by at least, give him the scar on his face. So when Ace loses to Blackbeard, we could probably say, like, yeah, Blackbeard was way stronger than anything else that he's probably faced. But anyway, let's just continue.
And isn't doing anything, and we saw Queen get tagged by Tony Chopper, so nothing more to say here.
Yes, because Chopper is light speed. Okay, you can't sleep on Chopper. He's still able to, like, destroy. Even back then, he beat Kumadori without, like, he low diffed him as soon as he popped gear, or not gear, as soon as he became Monster Point, and now he's able to control his Monster Point, and, like, he's learned Kung Fu Point and all that stuff, and he's gotten stronger at, like, he's not just sitting around, which, yeah, everybody fucking, oh, what is Chopper doing? But he's still able to put up a fight against stuff, You see, he's not a slouch.
Yamato, Green Bull, Lucci, and Katakuri are...
Okay, how's he hurting Green Bull? How was Sakura hurting Green Bull? The only person that Green Bull was scared of was Shanks. It's not happening. How is he hurting? Even if you want to do if you want to go through put Sakura through the arcs, how is she fighting Enies Lobby Lucci, let alone the fucking Egghead Island Lucci, which is, awakened now, who got negged by Gear 5 Luffy. Like, in the manga, he couldn't throw a punch. You couldn't hit him. Yamato, who fought Kaido for a significant amount of time to hold him back, and Katakuri, which had to push Luffy to learn observation hockey at a more proficient level during his fight, and like Katakuri has also advanced observation hockey where you can see into the future. It's like you can't just say that these are scrubs. Like you need proof, man. You need proof.
the next victim. Yamato is just a brute force
Next
and speed.
victim.
Once
My
Sakura
bad.
catches her, she's done for. Green Bull is just a worse Yamato, and Lucci doesn't have anything other
Hold on,
than
hold
get
on.
tagged by Tony Chopper, so nothing more to say here. Yamato, Green Bull. Once Sakura catches her, she's done for. Green Bull is just
Okay. I'm not gonna lie. I thought he was saying, like this is Yamato. You could, Yamato, and then this is Yamato, and I'm like, bro, Yamato would slap this Yamato, and he's saying that because Green Bull has the forest fruit or the wood fruit, he makes the nature fruit or whatever the heck, and he has wood release like Hashirama. He's not comparable to Hashirama, you know. Um, he, I don't even know. Like even at the beginning of the war, he got stolen. Yamato got stolen by fucking. I don't even remember who. I think he got taken by White Zetsus or something. Like he was with what's her name? Oh, I don't remember her name. Anko. Well, he was with Anko and crew, and like they couldn't protect him, and Yamato just got stolen, bro. Like, what? Are you saying that this chump, this bozo, is worse than an admiral or better than an admiral? No way, no
just a
way.
worse Yamato, and Lucci doesn't have anything other than minorly keeping pace with Gear 5, which is impressive, but not on that level. Katakuri
Well, yeah, he didn't beat Gear 5. He couldn't even throw a punch on him. But like Sakura is nowhere comparable to Gear 5, bro. She's getting stomped. She's getting absolutely stomped by current Lucci now.
has the highest chance within the set of opponents with Future Sight and a Logia
Oh,
effect,
the
but
highest
Sakura would
set.
be able to figure out something eventually.
I don't even think Sakura beats Crocodile. Like, yeah, Sakura is a smart person and stuff like that. Maybe she'll find out the water weakness. But like, he still had to be really beaten down. Like Crocodile lost because he got punched through fucking like bedrock, like multiple layers of bedrock up into the surface. Like I don't know. And also Crocodiles has hacks with his one hit, like takes all your moisture out of your body, and it's just like I don't even think she beats that.
And not to mention that he doesn't have any means to defeat her. Lastly,
What do you mean? He just punches her, bro. Gear 4 Luffy was struggling against Katakuri. And I don't think Sakura even beats Gear 4 Luffy, bro. Is this video fake? Is this rage bait? Did I just get rage baited?
Zoro, Sanji, Fujitora, Sabo, King, Kid, and Law. Fujitora is a better Green Bull with more experience and better abilities. He
Better
could do
Green
some
Bull.
Water X shit, but Sakura is likely busting meteors open. Kid
We've never seen her bust meteors open. It took 5 Kage to take out one meteor. If you're saying that Sakura herself is stronger than 5 Kage, You're coping, dog. You're oh my
Then
god.
Law was shown to combat a Yonko just like Zoro, so we know they have some good feats to back up attacks. Law has durability negation and some broken abilities that could snag him the win if Sakura isn't cautious. Zoro also has Haki to enhance his arsenal. Sabo is a stronger ace with better feats. He's even able to escape a room full of Gorosei, who are among the high tiers in the One Piece verse. Although he doesn't have any standout abilities, he's definitely a good opponent. Sanji won't attack Sakura, so she takes that free win.
That's
This
true.
tier offers much more of a challenge, but doesn't have the raw stats. She could get caught up in some broken abilities, but it's very unlikely. They do have the speed edge.
Why is it unlikely? Why? Please tell me. Again, the only thing we have is that Sakura is smart. Like, she's obviously not the smartest around. Like, you know, we got people like Shikamaru and stuff like that, but like I don't know. I feel like you're glazing Sakura for whatever reason. And I
So
don't
do what you
appreciate
will
it.
with that. If she gets caught up, she's done for in the case of Law. But other than that, she's killing everyone else.
No.
Now for the high tiers of One Piece. This tier is on par with
How does she beat Robin? How does she beat Robin? I saw Robin here. Easy, quick, clutch. Easy clutch. She's
Stalker's
gone.
AP and faster
And she
than
would be the
herself.
person to
the
get
range
clutch.
being multi-con to planetary. And yes, both One Piece and Sakura could be scaled higher. Not going to be using the absurdist
Oh, he actually said the One Piece could be considered planetary.
assumption that the One Piece planet is a fucking star or some bullshit. Yes, the planet is bigger, but so is the Naruto world, so there's no reason to scale them that much higher.
Is it? I don't think so.
If anything, large planetary is fair. And by this tier, characters should be multiple times faster than light. So since they should be both on par with one another, what characters does Sakura beat? She's beating Big Mom, Rayleigh, Shiki, the
How?
Gorosei, Garp, and
How?
Sengoku alongside Kizaru. The only
How? All you've done is say stuff, but you haven't been able to prove it. This is you have like Sakura on like the highest pedestal for whatever reason because she beat Sasori, and it's like I don't know, bro.
issue here, like I've mentioned, is speed. Other than that, her AP should be above these characters, if not even. She also has 100 healings for a little boost. The hockey department
What is the 100? I don't even remember. I don't. It is. Yeah, she has 100 healings, but like, I think Tsunade with the 100 healings was like getting diffed by Madara. Like I think it was. I don't remember how that fight went, but she was putting up a fight against Madara. But like, I don't know, man. I don't think even Madara's like a normal Madara or Edo Madara is gonna have that easy of a time with these One Piece characters, you know.
will also present Sakura with much more issue to maneuver around. She's a better and physically stronger Garp, so Big Man Galaxy Punch is like a fart to her, to be honest. But Prime
With what proof? What attack has she done to where this happens? How? What? When has Sakura made a large fucking attack like this?
Garp should be much higher, obviously. Next up is the mystery group, in which we don't have enough info to really gather whether she will win or lose, but these characters include Emu, Dragon, Rocks, and the Fingerling. We know them to be in this scaling
Fingerling.
range but whether they're higher or lower with broken abilities is yet to be seen. The ones I'm on the edge with is Mihawk, Kuzan, and Kaido. We've seen Mihawk, but he's yet to do anything crazy, and there's statement that he's on par with Shanks, but I'm an advocate Shanks investor, so I don't buy this and rather use the skill department instead. But his hockey is broken, so this fight is a toss-up for me. Kuzan has ice, but I can just see her punching through most of it. The only problem would be fast freezes and the speed edge. Finally, Kaido, who is just a tank, and they would likely go back and forth. He does have higher durability than her, and likely even AP. So whoever outlasts who wins this. It's more likely than not Kaido, since he has better stamina and whatnot. Now for the characters.
Okay, so she's at least saying that Kaido has a higher win rate against Sakura, but I don't even think Sakura gets a dub out at all. You know, I'm sorry.
I don't see her beating are Shanks, Luffy, Whitebeard, Akainu, Roger, and Blackbeard. Shanks is the hockey GOAT and likely the strongest Yonko. Luffy was shown to defeat Kaido in his Yonko status, so we know him to be in the planet range. Whitebeard is just the creator of the most used AP feat. Blackbeard has 2 devil fruits along with hockey, which makes him pretty busted. He was shown to struggle with law, but he is a meathead, so yeah. Then there's Akainu, who just has the highest AP devil fruit, and Roger was the pirate king who's able to clash with Prime Whitebeard. So Sakura solos like 99% of the verse, with like 6 characters only beating her. If we was to take both verses and max AP scaling, then Sakura clears, but giving this reasonable scaling, she almost solos. One Piece is just a much faster but
It's reasonably scaling.
not as strong up until the pinnacle of the verse. With that said, what do you think? Do you think she solos, or is she getting beat by Brook and Chopper? Let me know down below, and if you enjoy versus battles or fun matchups such as this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe.
How does she beat Enderu? How does she beat Enel? Please. Let's drop Sakura in each arc. Let's even say, like, what's it called? Hold on me. Let's even say post-war. All right, post-war Sakura. Let's drop post-war Sakura from East Blue to now. Okay. How does she beat? Oh, let's see. Probably beats all the way up to Crocodile. And then let's just say, yeah, like she figures out the water and stuff like that. I don't think it's gonna be an easy fight for Sakura to beat Crocodile. I mean, Crocodile beat Luffy twice, and Luffy was able to, do a lot of crazy things. Like, is she faster than Foxy? Well, what if Foxy beats her, bro? Like, come on, man. Does she beat Satori? Does she beat, just, I don't know, man. I'm mad. This video has angered me. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Link in the comment to the original one. All my links, stuff like that. Me and Van are gonna record again, so hopefully we'll get some more videos out there for Van and Sai. And I'm just working on a lot of things at the moment. But yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe, leave a like, all that fun stuff. If you want to see me talking about power scaling, you can watch my series on VTubers, which I do put my evidence in. But yeah, anyway, I'll see you guys later. Peace.